Well, there it is. You see the picture right there on your screen. And here it is. We have Chef Julie on this Food City Friday celebrating pumpkins. When I saw the picture yesterday, and you said it didn't even last in the house. They were eating the TV pie.
You know, that's a problem, y'all. If you make stuff in advance for TV, you've got to label everything. So I kind of had to make fun of my family members today. So I was going to make a second pie probably anyway, but I had to. So, but yeah, it's that good. They just can't stay out of it, y'all. They just can't.
They can't, and I can see why, because I look at your ingredients, and this is everything I love, Julie.
Oh, of course, it's a great pie. You know, there's the original no-bake pie is a very simple recipe, and there's nothing wrong with making this. If you don't have a bunch of time, you can make this one. It's just where you take a small package of vanilla instant pudding, 1 cup of puree, you mix it together with a 1/4 cup of milk and 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice, fold in some Cool Whip, and there you go. I mean, it's real simple. Put it in a graham cracker crust.
And it's creamy
and it's
with
still
that vanilla
good,
pudding.
but I think we can do better.
We can do better.
We can take it up a notch and make it more bougie and more delicious.
I like that, bougie.
So the first thing I did was I actually made a different crust, and you can make your own crust. Instead of graham crackers, I use Biscoff cookies.
Those are so good.
Aren't those so good?
They're so good.
So that was for the first TV pie.
Okay.
And then when I had to make the second TV pie, I used ginger snaps.
Oh, okay.
So you can use vanilla wafers, and you can use the same recipe. Bakingwithjulie.com has the recipe, but you could do like Oreo cookie crust, whatever. It's the same basic recipe for everything. I did put mine in the oven for 10 minutes at 350 so it would get a little toasty.
Okay.
But you can, just when you've mixed it up and placed it in there in your pie pan, stick it in the fridge, stick it in the freezer. You don't have to bake it unless you want to.
Okay.
Just saying.
That crust looks amazing.
It does.
It's really, I can see why they ate it. I mean, I get it. I would have eaten it.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
But the other thing I thought would be fun is let's put some chocolate in there. And chocolate ganache is a wonderful thing. We're going to actually make it. You're going to make the chocolate ganache.
I'm so excited.
And so I put a layer of chocolate ganache over the bottom of my pie crust. And to make chocolate ganache, you get 8 ounces of chocolate. I actually like to use the mini chocolate chips.
Okay.
Because they stir up so fast. And it's about 1 1/4 cup of that, okay?
Okay.
This is 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. It is super hot, so you just pour that in there. Just pour that in there.
I'm going to pour this.
Just the whole thing. Dump it in there.
Dump it in.
And you really want this to be super hot. Now take that and just start stirring around.
Okay.
And you're just going to stir, and then the magic will happen. And I'll talk us through because it starts to come together. So that's really all ganache is chocolate and heavy cream. The cool thing is that once it has come together, you can add all kinds of flavors. I'm going to be adding vanilla and some espresso powder to this one. But you can also add spices. See how it came together?
Happening.
The magic is happening, y'all. See how that comes together?
Yes.
And it's so amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to pour, I'll let you be the cook. I'm going to pour in a teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to put in, this is instant espresso powder. I like using it because it's such an intense coffee flavor. And we'll just put in a nice spoonful of that in there and stir that in. And it's just, it gives it a really nice flavor. So that's a simple.
So good.
Did y'all see how quick that came together?
Yes.
And once this is done, it's going to set up just like this has here. This is the one I made a few days ago. That one has a little bit of cinnamon in it as well.
Okay.
And you can see how it sets up. That's the center of a chocolate truffle.
Ooh, yum.
Yum. So you
can
dip
that
do
in some
different
more
things.
chocolate
You can actually use ganache when it's a little warm and frost, pour it over something and it'll set up.
And it's glossy.
And it's kind of glossy. It's really good. But the flavor is just phenomenal. You can use it everywhere.
Okay.
So I just encourage people, it's not that hard. Even if you made the simple one without all the other crazy things I did later, you can at least put a layer of ganache on the bottom.
Oh, that would be so good.
I mean, that's pretty simple.
Pumpkin with chocolate.
Yes, very good. Now, the next thing that I did for my filling is that I did use a can of pumpkin, but I also made my own pastry cream from scratch.
Okay.
Okay. And I made a whipped cream that's actually got mascarpone in it.
Oh.
Which is very amazing.
Yes.
As well.
That's decadent.
It's very
like
decadent.
Rich and
yes, it's really, really good. So with the pastry cream, what I did, which was a little different, is you do use milk. I use half and half with mine. I took some chai tea bags and put it in my hot milk, my hot cream, and let it sit and infuse the flavor. into my pastry cream.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So, and that was all in the cream that you then whipped with your
And
pumpkin.
then I whipped with the pumpkin, and then I made the mascarpone whipped cream, which is just whipping cream, mascarpone, which is it tastes a lot like cream cheese, but it's fancier.
Okay.
It's more elegant. It's just delicious.
Is that what they use in like a tiramisu?
Yes, tiramisu, and you have to find this in the cheese section.
Okay.
Like at Food City, when you first walk in, there's that kind of gourmet cheesy section. That's where you find this ingredient. You will not find this next to the Philadelphia cream cheese. This is in a different spot, but it is so.
Okay. And that's how you made your pumpkin.
And that's how we made the pumpkin, and then you put it all together. What we're going to do here in a little bit is we're going to decorate this one with the mascarpone cream and some other fun things I have on top, and kind of talk about how I put it all together and just enjoy
I'll
that.
look forward to that. How did we do on the ganache?
I think we did pretty good. You got to taste
so
some of
good.
that,
That
because
looks
it's
so
really,
good.
it's really. Now that one has set up a bit, but it's just so. Oh man, it just makes you happy, doesn't it?
It's like eating a chocolate truffle.
It just takes you to your happy
it
place.
melts in your mouth.
So fast. And
This
it's so
all
good.
is happiness.
Yes.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to decorate. We're going to tell you how to finish off your no-bake pumpkin pie. That is all more information as well. Like she said, she puts her recipes for her crusts, all that good stuff. Bakingwithjulie.com. For more on the products, you can go to foodcity.com.